Hello everyone, Myzzrym here, today with a new series of video called Learn from Your Mistakes. So this is going to be about pub analysis and not so much about like the outcome of the game, so not so much of a cast, but more about a commentated gameplay about what mistakes you have to avoid when playing. So right now I took one of my own replays, but in the future I'm asking you guys to, if ever you have a game, for example, that you want reviewed, and for me to point out the mistakes, and you do not care about just, being over the internet, please send it to me either by PM on YouTube or by PM on Reddit. So on Reddit, my address is my name is Myzzrym, and as you can see here, while on YouTube it's different because I didn't get the name was already taken. All right, so let's start. So today I'm playing a Skeleton King, and I already made a mistake before the game started. As a usual pub game, what happened is I randomed and I got Skeleton King, and I realized, okay, I'm a carry, so what I want is the safe lane. So I said, okay, guys, I want to take top, and no one complained, and they said, okay, all right, you go top. What happened is I should have rethink the decision, because what happened is Nex got picked, and Nex decided to go jungle. He said like, oh, I'm going jungle. And right now, that means I'm going to go solo against two heroes.
30 seconds.
This is extremely bad, because if you look at their lineup, I realized that there's a Prophet, so Prophet is probably going to like jungle bottom. And that means they're probably going to have a solo bot and two top. And Skeleton King, as a melee hero without any regeneration skills or anything, he cannot withstand pressure. And he cannot really go 1 against 2. Plus, you have to farm a Skeleton King. You're not some kind of hero that's like level dependent. You're a hero that is farm dependent with a Skeleton King. So what happened is I realized there's at least one range hero top, because either like anti-mage is going to solo bot, which is highly doubtful, or we have anti-mage plus something top. So at that point I thought it was anti-mage and Rubik. But I was going to be proven wrong if you watch the minimap right here. Like Anti-Mage decided to do the same thing as I did, and it's a mistake. You will also see later on he will have very little farm. And I also made a mistake in my item build. As you see, I went for a fast Soul Ring, and Soul Ring, what it's quite good on Skeleton King, it's not that good as a solo laner, because Soul Ring, the advantage of Soul Ring is actually to give you mana in exchange of health. And right now I'm going to be under a huge pressure, so I won't be able to, I will already lose a lot of health, and still I made Soul Ring. So that means if I want mana, I have to sacrifice even more mana, or even more health to actually use this mana. And if I was, for example, with Lina, this would be very good, because I would actually have like stun and Lina follow up stun, and we could kill someone. And having a Soul Ring, I would be able to spam this combo. Now you can see that like 1 minute and 20 seconds in, I'm already under half health. And this is going to be what happens to me all the time, because I cannot approach the creeps. Whenever I try to go near the creeps, I'm just gonna get harassed down. And I foolishly decided to take Vampiric Aura, because at that time I just like thought, okay, so what can I do? Vampiric Aura. Okay, so that might give me a bit more health back. And this is just stupid, because 15% of 60 damage is like 7. So I will gain 7 health per hit, and I cannot even hit the creeps because I can't get near the creeps. So at that point I should have probably went stats instead, to have a little bit more health to withstand the harass. You see that 2 minutes in, I have 3 crit kills, and I'll only have 3 tangos left. I had started with 6 tango. The Ring of Health the Ring of Regen isn't helping me as much. Now let's stop here for a moment. This is where they're going to start to make a mistake. So let's see it in slow motion. They're diving under the tower to get me, but they're both level 2. And you see, he just started to attack me. That means the tower focused him, and I'm going to throw a stun, and he's just going to melt away. The creeps attack him, the tower attack him, I just one more swing, and he's dead. He's dead. What happened here is that he got too cocky. And this is a huge blunder, because it actually gave me the first blood, and I earn 410 gold. This is about 10 creeps. At 2 minutes in, I have 3 creeps for a carry. That's disastrous. But having the first blood means that I approximately got like 13 creeps. So it's like I took away all the disadvantage I had because they decided to tower dive, and 3 mistakes were done by this decision. First one, tower diving at low level. It's very risky. Second one is, while I'm not that tanky, I'm still way tankier than the other heroes right now in the map. For example, you can see that at level 2, like 3, Tugna has like 560 health. I have 770. So although I'm not that tanky, I'm still quite tanky. While Rebek is absolutely squishy as fuck. Right now he's like 600 health maximum. Second thing is, he decided to dive when he knows I have a stun. So that means that he takes the risk of being stunned under tower, and you saw what it did. He just melted. Third thing is, he decided to right-click me, and right-clicking an enemy hero under the tower, if the tower is not attacking, it's like he's still attacking creeps, most often will draw the aggro from the tower. So they do not have enough damage output to kill me before I land a stun. Razor just used his plasma fear before, and Razor's auto attack cannot kill me as fast as fast enough. He's like 52, so right now he still has to land like 4 hits to kill me. So first blood, I gain a lot of gold, and I still get away with it by just hiding here, so he cannot attack me. And you see, Razor here is taking a huge amount of damage. He's trying to get here for a last, little swipe to kill me, but I still have enough health. And right now he has to back because he has no regen items. The only thing he has is a soul ring. That means if I ever land a stun on him, he's dead. So right now I'm pretty confident. I got first blood. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to be a bit more, confident on my lane, which is going to kill me very soon after. You're gonna see. So I see that Rebek is back. He also brought Razor herself, so Razor is back to full life. So I'm pretty much back to square one. I cannot approach creeps. My tangles are running out. There is no courier, so I cannot ferry any healing items. And I'm under the decision of, do I stay here and try to leech experience, or do I back? So I decide to stay here and just try to leech as much XP as I can and get the few last hits I can. You see that here Rebek actually thinking about it, but decides to back off very wisely. He learned his lesson. And I said that Soul Ring is very bad for me right now because I cannot sacrifice my health to actually stun the enemy. This is a bad trade-off. On the other hand, for Razor, it's a very good item. He actually buzzed Soul Ring first because he random as well, and he can afford this because he can all the time he can just use his health and nuke me, and I cannot just nuke him back, so he will heal back in time, while I still have to stay behind. Now I'm going to make a huge mistake. I decided to, let's take this creep, and I'm going to die for it. Because I cannot run away from them, and I decided to fight because, I'm just going to die. But this was a huge blunder. I just decided to, take a little creep here, and it's not worth dying. Next mistake I'm doing here, in the item choice. You'll see what I do is actually I'm finishing my Soul Ring, which is not going to be useful for me. And I'm actually waiting to complete something called the Magic Wand from this Endo 3 in plus 200. Why is this extremely bad? It is extremely bad because of a simple reason. You see that I'm leaving without any regeneration items. And with all the pressure that has been put on me as the 5 past minutes, I should have known better. It's like in 2 minutes, if they keep playing the way they did, I won't be able to stay on the lane, and I'll just have to back to the fountain to buy some more regen item. We still don't have a courier, so it's basically losing a lot of time, wasting a lot of time. Plus, the Soul Ring isn't going to help me that much. As I said, I can't really withstand the pressure. So if I sacrifice my health, I'm even in a worse state. So you see, I still can't approach the creeps. I'm still playing very carefully. And right now I have my ultimate, so I decided to, yeah, you know, why not? Let's punch him in the face a bit. I'm full health, full mana, so I decided to be a bit more aggressive. And you see, I'm still at like 5 creep kills. That's disastrous at 5 minutes. I'm not doing anything. So right now, with my ultimate up, I'm still pretty confident, and I see that he's low on health, so I've decided, okay, hell, let's just go. So I die, my ultimate's gonna pop, and here is going to be the next mistakes they do. I'm also doing mistakes, mind you. It's like I'm being too aggressive. As a carry, it's not worth it to like get a kill and die, because you lose time, you lose gold, and these are like seconds you could have spent farming instead. In my case, you know, I can't really farm anyway, so maybe it's not that bad. But look at what's gonna happen. Rabik is very squishy, so I know I can fight him. And Razor is making a huge mistake. He used the Soul Ring, and that means that he's even low on, more low on health, and he's coming back to me. So what happens is I say, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stun you, and whack, he's dead. So Razor just threw away his life. Why did he do that? Because Pugna was actually coming, and he was overconfident. He just went back, so he died. What happened is he could have just used the Soul Ring and used the Plasma Field to attack me from very far away, and I wouldn't be able to land a stun on him. This way he would have damaged me and not died. Now I cannot see Pugna because he's in the Fog of War, so I'm foolishly chasing Rubik in the midst of the action. I didn't see that he was missing middle. So now I see him like, oh crap, and I decide to turn back. I get decrypified, I get blast, and he starts draining my health. So right now I'm still quite tanky, so I can start running away, and I'm going to use my stick charge to try and stay and heal more. And now I'm pretty much dead. What happened is Furion's tipping behind me, and he's the enemy. I have a hasted Pugna that's trying to kill me, so I cannot run away. And Rebik at that moment is pretty useless. He only have like 1 telekinesis left. So what I know is I cannot run this way. Maybe I can run this way and try to juke them in the jungle, but right now what's going through my mind is I'm dead. I have to do something. So right now I see that the tower is focusing the Pugna. So I land, and I decide to stun the Pugna before dying. So Pugna actually ends up dying before I do, and I end up getting the gold and the experience on 2 kills. Plus, you see that here Rebik is taking a huge amount of damage from the tower, and so here I end up dying. And Rebik has to back. He has no health, no mana left. So I wasted Rebik time. He actually has to go back now. Prophet, instead of farming in the jungle, now is top. And I end up with 2 kills, which is extremely good for me because I cannot farm using creep kills, as you saw. I'm just getting like outlaned. So getting those 2 kills actually allows me to get a little bit of gold that I could not get otherwise. And throwing away 2 life for 1 for Skeleton King is not worth it right now, because Pugna just like lost a lot of time from middle lane running up here and dying. So he's going to have a big disadvantage against Invoker now. Furion, on the other hand, capitalized quite well on what happened. He pushed the tower, so he got a lot of gold. But now he decided to, like, you know, throw away his life. And I know that I cannot do anything bottom because I decided to make some boots. And I see that they're all bottom, so I know that I'm safe here farming, even if I don't have my tower. And right now I'm feeling quite confident because the thing is, I know they don't have a huge amount of disables. They have Pugna that can slow me with Decrypify, and they have Rubik that can like throw me in the air, and Nagi Furion to put me into the trees. So right now I'm trying to farm as well as possible. Next actually took some of my creeps because he actually needed 1 last hit to get his item. And what I try to do here is keep the creep equilibrium. I think that's it. And you see that I'm missing all my last hit, and this is horrible. This is actually very horrible. This is because I actually play Skeleton King very rarely. I think I played him only like twice in Dota 2. So as a veteran of Dota 1, I know all of his skills, what it does, but I do not play him often. So all the little things like animation, I actually missed him. So it's very bad because all the little farm I can get, I have to. And here another mistakes I have is I didn't get a TP scroll. So that means I cannot go and help if ever there's the need of me. Now right now you might say maybe you should like teleport and help the enemies help my allies bottom. But this is actually quite a good trade-off. Right now I do not have any farm and I cannot do much in team fights. So while they're pushing bottom, I'm taking the time to farm up. And you can see right now that in the amount of like in 1 or 2 minutes, I actually got like 10 creep kills. So I'm just like trying to make the best of I don't know how it's called in English, spilled milk or something. Sorry for this. And nothing much is happening, so I'm going to fast forward. So basically, I see that they're still pushing, so I'm still farming. Oops, sorry. And I'm getting a teleport scroll to help now, and also belt of strength to start going toward my boots of power tread. So why belt of strength and not, for example, glove of haste to make the power tread? Glove of haste give me more attack speed, but belt of strength giving me strength allows me to like stand and fight in team fights. If ever I get ganked, this +6 strength might save me from dying. So also another reason why I'm going to kill the golems right now is because I was afraid to go there. Like it's near the tower, so I gain less gold, but I actually gain more. I'm safer. So right now I see that 2 of my allies are coming for Niger Prophet. I'm stunning him, I'm hacking at him, and he's dead. Right now he's trying to teleport away, but he's going to die. So again, a bit of assist gold and some much needed experience. Plus Prophet died. So what is Prophet's problem here? The Prophet's mistake was to not watch the map. 2 of my allies were missing, 2 gankers, and he just went in and he died. Now my mistake here is I didn't pay attention before to what was happening, so I teleported a bit late, and we still get a lot of kills here. So Pugna is gonna go down, and Anti-Mage has no mana left whatsoever. So his mistake, he's going to die as well. And what happened here? They got cocky. If you want to look at what happened before, just before, as a free camera, they had 1 creep left hitting the tower, and they decided to fight. So 4 of the heroes were fighting against 2, and 2 were teleporting. They decided to commit behind the tower. That means that they have the tower hitting them, they have the creeps hitting them, and they have very low health pool heroes. So they cannot have 1 hero tanking up the tower while the others are fighting. They ended up dying 3 heroes, and it's really not worth it for 1 Lina. Anti-Mage actually followed up Lina up to here, used the last of his mana to kill Lina with his ultimate, and you saw that he could not run away. As a carry, you absolutely do not want to do this. Let's rewatch in slow motion what happened. So, yep. So they're coming here. So they're trying to push the tower, which is quite good because they see we're actually top lane. Next is going to come from the bottom, and 1 teleport happening, 2 teleport happening, 3 teleport happening, and they decide to commit. So you see here, Pugna is already taking the tower aggro. Lina is going to get hit, but she stunned 2 of them. And Nax is actually going to help her. So he's starting to hit on Razor, which is actually going to get pounded on by the tower as well. And Lina is going to die here. So Razor is going to die from the AoE. And Pugna here is very low health. So see, Anti-Mage has 0 mana left, and he starts to go back and fight instead of running away directly. Bad judgment here. So Rabik is running away, and he's wisely doing so. If I chased Rabik instead of Pugna, maybe I could have get the kill, but I wouldn't have get the kill on Anti-Mage. So first, I decided to go on Pugna because the thing is I didn't watch Anti-Mage mana, so I thought he could blink away. That is why I decided to go for Pugna. And Pugna is going to die very quickly because he has no health back, so health left. Now I realize that Anti-Mage is not blinking away, so I'm like, okay, what the hell? You know, let's just hit you in the face. And I see that he's still not blinking away, so I'm going to follow him and land a stun, land another stun. In the end, what happened? The tower does not die, we do not die, only Lina dies, and Lina is not very important. And 3 of them die, and 1 is forced back. So, very good trade for us, very bad decision for them. So Gyrocopter gets a triple kill, so it's not the best hero to get the kills on, but you know, whatever, they died, we get experience, we get gold. And now I'm deciding, okay, the bottom lane is push, so I'm going to farm there. So I'm asking Gyrocopter to let me the farm, and that's what's gonna happen. So he's going to see if he cannot gank Natural Prophet, nothing happened. So I'm trying to farm, but I miss all of my last hit because I suck with Skeleton King. And oh, you might wonder, skill build, what the hell? I do not play Skeleton King often, and at that point I decided, you know what, I'm not in that much of, I'm not getting pressured that much anymore, so let's go for Critical Strike. Of course, Critical Strike does not increase my damage output that much because it's only 15%, and I'm attacking very slowly, as you can see, like 1, 2, 3, so... And even when I crit, I don't do that much damage. Still, I decided, you know, let's be lucky. Let's try to be lucky and level that Critical Strike. Maybe it can lend me some kill. Now, the mistake was that I did not get any TP scroll with the now existing courier. So that's a very bad idea for me. It's like you have to have a TP scroll. I could have maybe saved a Gyrocopter and get another kill. Instead, I just like, you know, just walk back. And right now I'm just trying to farm again. So I decided, you know, they disappeared. Probably they're going to push bot lane. They're not going for high ground, so I'll be safe farming here. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm farming up. And again, I have no TP scroll. So what happened is bot lane, they start to fight. And what I have to do is like run up to them. So again, overcommitment. He's going to die. The other very wisely back off this time, and I'm just going to arrive for watching him die. So I just get some gold, and Prophet teleport away, and I'm left here like, oh crap, well, they all went away, and basically I'm going back to the middle. What did I do? I wasted time. Instead of farming middle, I walk up to here, saw someone dying, so gaining 50 gold, yes, yay, and then okay, they're staying here to farm, so I have to find somewhere else, and I go back to the middle. So I effectively wasted a lot of time farming, and when you're a carry, that's not good. And now I see that on the minimap, 2 of them are overcommitting again. So this one, free food, she's going to die. Now I see this and I'm like, oh, maybe I can get into mage. Stun, and he dies. So we get 2 kills again on 2 important hero, Anti-Mage and Prophet, and they only get 1 kill on Gyrocopter. And here I see Rebic and was like, what the hell? Why is he here? Rebic tried to like you know, land me on the top of the tower, on top of the hill here to block me, but he dies. I think what he tried to do is basically snatch a kill on Lina, so it's again overextending, and he dies because of this. So right now I'm just going to farm some more, nothing important. I'm trying to get my armlet as fast as possible. Whack, 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 whack. So right now I'm feeling pretty confident, and I'm going to be right here. This is because I see 3 of them bottom lane. And I decide, okay, so let's try to push this tower. So just, you know, hit the tower for... For those who watch StarCraft 2, this is not so much different from map awareness in StarCraft 2. You see the enemy, you scout, you're like, okay, I see the army here, so I can do this or this. And so it's the same in Dota 2. The map awareness is very important, and right now I just watch too late. I do not know what's happening, and I teleport too late. So instead of saving my allies, 2 of them died. I just arrive and snatch a kill, but this is not so good, because you're gonna watch what's happening. Right now, I'm getting killed by those two, but I have my ultimate, so I'm like, okay, no problem. I can do this. What I do not know, though, is that the Invoker is going to die. And next, being very low HP, I did not really realize it when in the middle of the battle. What I saw is low HP, okay, let's kill. I hit Anti-Mage instead of hitting the Razor, which is running away. And of course, being Anti-Mage, I cannot kill him because he's just blinking away. So now I see Razor, and I cannot make up my mind. So I'm like, okay, I'm going for Razor too. But Anti-Mage coming back, so I'm like, maybe I should hit Anti-Mage. And what's happening is I'm going to go for Anti-Mage. And this is a very bad decision. Because what you're seeing here, this little line here, is Razor draining my damage. See, I'm doing 100 minus 40 damage, so I'm getting 60 damage. Now 40 damage only. And all of them are so low HP, I just cannot get myself to, run away. I'm like, I gotta get a kill on them. And I'm 1 against 3. So, right now I'm doing 20 damage. It's peanuts. I can hit... what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna hit Razor. Razor's not gonna die. I'm gonna hit him again. And there, see, like, I'm hitting for 20 damage. I cannot kill them. And they all survive with, like, 20 HP or 100 HP something, and I die. All because of my allies being away, because they have no HP. And all of my other allies being dead. So this is a huge blunder for me. I just overextended like they do in all the time. So next is going to get lucky and snatch 1 kill. And Anti-Mage is going to do the same mistake. He's like, oh, I can kill this guy. And he's going to blink. And unfortunately, Gyrocopter is already back. So he's going to get killed like boom. And no, it was not worth it, Anti-Mage. So now, nothing much, I'm gonna farm again. I'm just watching them getting a kill. So right now I'm just watching the map while walking up to the creep. And you see next he's actually farming the creep camps with low health. This is because he has lifesteal, as his name implied, lifestealer. So he does not have to go back to the fountain to heal. He can just heal while farming. So right now, let's pause. Remember, at like 5 minutes, I had like 6 creep kills. At 9 minutes, it was something like 10 creep kills. Right now, I have 60 creep kills. That means like 50 creep kills in 10 minutes. It's not so bad. For a carry hero, you want to aim for at least 50 creep kills per 10 minutes. Later on, you might want more, but as an early game, you will have to aim for at least 40 creep kills per 10 minutes. 50 creep kills per 10 minutes is very good, and 60 creep kills per minute is per 10 minutes is actually very, very good. That usually means you have free creep, like free farm on the lane. In competitive scene, you will see that people get way higher creep score, but this is because they're a pro and they know how to farm well the lane and then go back to the jungle and farm some more, etc., etc. This is something you cannot really achieve when you're in pub game, because you just do not know how to do this well, and other thing is you won't have support stacking the creeps for you and everything. So right now you see I have a teleport scroll, which is very important because I see that they're starting to push bottom, and I don't really remember if I actually commit to this one. So I see they're fighting. I decide to teleport, and they decide to fight, which is a huge mistake. So we end up killing many of them. I think 2. So this one 4 staff away. So okay, let's just kill the one who's left behind. And there I just keep farming. So I get my armlet finally at 20 minutes, and farming middle now. Nothing too new here. So how does it look like XP wise and gold wise? Let's get a quick look. We have Anti-Mage, who was soloing bottom lane at 500 XP per minute approximately. I have 587. Looking at the score, this is because Anti-Mage has 434, I have 636, and he has a small more amount of creep kills, but that's about it. So more kills, more assists, and also the fact that Anti-Mage, if you remember, he tried to push middle, he tries to push bottom, and that means he's with his 3 other ally heroes when doing so. So he splits the experience, and this is time he spent not farming, while I was just top lane farming, and whenever the fight happened I just have to teleport. So I effectively gain a lot of time farming and still be in the team fight while he is trying to push, and he cannot get a lot of creep kills and experience while doing so. Now, you also see that experience-wise, we're starting to gain the upper hand, and gold-wise, it's still pretty level up. Experience-wise, this is because of the kills and because of their decision to push. So pushing usually means that you will leave 1 or 2 lanes unattended, and the creeps here will be wasted. And also the gold was because they have good farming heroes, like Anti-Mage is a... No, it's like not a good farming hero at the beginning, but he is farming quite well. Furion is a huge farm hero with Hand of Midas and his ultimate. And Pugna can just blast down creep waves with Nether Blast. Same with Rebek and Razor. So at that point of the game, we were pretty confident already that we would like win in like pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but you know, at first I was like, you know, it might look very grim, but here it's like, okay, it's fine. So nothing much here, just like minus Murkish. Gyrocopter is going to die for overextending again, but I'm going to try to catch some kills for it. So I know that my allies are around, and I know that I have my ultimate out, so I can go 1 against 3, no problem. And so we're gonna kill Razor. Rebek is going to die too, and Pugna is going to die too. So 1, 4, 3, not bad at all. And I'm going to continue farming because I see no point in like going back to the fountain. So farming up, farming up, farming up. So nothing interesting here. I see that they're all middle or bot lane, so I know that I'm safe. So that is why I get 1 teleport scroll. And I see that they disappeared from the map, so they're coming for me. I just hide here for quite a moment. I know that they cannot see me from here, and I see that 3 of them are here, so I decided to gamble and just like, okay, let's walk away and not waste the teleport scroll. They only have as disable, as I remind you, Rebek, who can send me up in the air, and Prophet. Now, what I just did here was very dangerous. You saw that I went up here, and if someone cut from here, I would be dead. Maybe my ultimate would save me, but I would waste an ultimate and my allies were too far away. Right now I'm farming under the tower and I know my allies are near me, so I can farm without any issues. So you see my allies are in the jungle trying to catch up any guys who are lagging behind. And in the meantime I just farm up. Farm. And I get a... Okay, so they cut like, you know, they cut some guys here in the middle. And here I'm getting very lucky with crits. So crit, and he's dead. You saw that with my 2000 gold, I decided to go for staff. This is a choice that I actually quite like. I think it was Absolute Legend before, an Australian team once decided to go for Skeleton King in competitive play, which is quite rare. It's like very rare, almost unheard of. And they built 4 staff on him for mobility, quite like having a you know blink on Anti-Mage. Having 4 staff on Skeleton King allows you to move around and just like you know have this extra range for stun or moving around or running away. So right now I know that 3 of them are dead, so I'm pretty confident on pushing. I know that they cannot kill me. I have 2200 health when I use my armlet, and I have a 4 staff to run away. So no real problem here. Now I see that on the minimap 2 of my allies are fighting 3 of them, so I decided to take a look. A bit too late. My ally died here, but I see that Nex is still fighting, and I know that Nex is pretty tanky, so I'm like, maybe I can get to him in time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm running to him, and I get a kill on Razor. This is very dangerous. There are still 4 of them, so I decided to not make the same mistake as I did before and just force knife myself away. Now, the next few minutes are going to be me being cocky, and this is when I just stay in the middle lane and just like farm in the middle lane. And that's pretty stupid because I do not know what this guy is, and 1 against 3 I still might lose some health and you know my ultimate. So I decide to like almost fight, And very wisely at the end I decided to back off, but this was some time that I lost while I could be farming in the jungle or the ancients, instead of just like, you know, fighting in the middle and losing my health instead of like farming. Okay, here I see haste, and what's gonna happen is I take haste, anti-mage is going to blink on me, and this is a huge mistake from him because he's overestimating his capacity. I'm gonna stun him and I'm just gonna whack at him, and I even forget to use my armlet for some seconds, so he dies again, something you do not want to do when you're a carry, and I bring myself 2 TP scroll. So I spend a lot of time without TP scroll in this game, which is a huge mistake. Keep TP scroll on yourself. So farm, nothing new. Farm, and going for Roshan. Right now, having all my allies around, I pretty much know that I cannot get killed when doing Roshan. And anti-mage, the only one who can disable my ultimate, is not here. Plus, next is farming top, so that means that either they have to commit to stop him from pushing the tower, or to stop us from getting Roshan. Right now, I'm telling the allies not. It's like I'm not taking I'm not taking Aegis, and there's a reason for this. Now, why did I not take Aegis? You usually want Aegis on a carry hero, so he can live again if something goes bad. My ultimate already allows me to do this, and Skeleton King on its own is very weak. He can deal a huge amount of damage, but you saw how much I got kited last time. Last time I tried to catch 3 enemy heroes on my own, I just got completely, you know, crushed. I got my health, my damage drained by Razor. I got controlled by Furion in the trees, and anti-mage was just kiting me around by blinking. So that means what happened? Imagine a fight where something goes wrong. Even if I have Aegis, what happened is I'm going to die, I'm going to respawn, my allies are going to be dead or dying, and they're going to kill my allies. I'm going to be 1 against 5 or 4, whatever's left, and they're going to kill me again, and I have Aegis. Cool, I just live again, and I'm 1 against 4, and I cannot kill them. So Aegis on Skeleton King, not a big idea. I actually wanted Nex to take it, but Nex was actually here in the bottom, in the top lane, so he couldn't get in time. So at the end, Invoker takes it. Not so bad, not so. It's like you know, one of those 3 take it, no problem. So let's see now. I decided first force knife myself just for, you know, getting to the creep way faster. And farm. I'm watching Nex trying to run away, and he's doing the wise thing. Instead of running in the straight line and getting caught up by the Razor, he's getting invis and he's running into the forest before the invis run out, so he can teleport away. Now I decide to go for Heart of Tarask, so I can just like tank up the damage and just go in and not care. Now, mistake by Prophet. If you see from the point of view of Prophet, he sees me getting this double damage, and still he stays there. What happened is I'm gonna force dive myself, and this is where we go. And he's still farming up, no problem. I force dive myself. Invoker is going to give me a vision with this meteor, and stun. I do not know what he's doing here, and he's just going to melt. Like 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, dead. And behind you see anti-mage that was trying to go help him, and he just has to run away. So right now I have almost 3k gold when 3k health when I have my armlet active. So I'm not afraid of anything really. Next is the same. Next can tank a lot. And what do they have on the other side? They have anti-mage that can deal damage. Pugna doesn't deal so much damage now. Razor has no item whatsoever. Rebik can only Fade Bolt and then steal a spell that deals damage. And Prophet pretty much dies in 3 hits and doesn't do anything. So right now, no problem. So still farm. I decide to try and see if I can kill someone, but I see that they wisely back off, so I just farm again. So now I see that the Prophet disappeared, disconnected, and they're like here. So maybe I can catch him, but I missed everything. I was like trying to catch him. And here, very stupid thing by Anti-Mage. Let's see that. Let's see that again. So what happened? Up. Okay. So let's see from the Anti-Mage point of view. Anti-Mage sees that I'm here, so he decided not to fight me. But he also sees that Nex is attacking the tower, so he's like, okay, let's attack Nex with my tower help. Now the problem is Anti-Mage has only Vladimir and Battle Fury, which is not bad per se, but if you compare it to Nex, Nex has Armlet, Shadow Blade, Maelstrom, Hand of Midas, and Power Tread. So he's just like melting Anti-Mage away. He can tank the towers no problem. So me and Nex can actually tank a lot, so no problem, we can just take the tower. We are not really afraid of Razor, and the other two just got picked up by our allies middle. So at that point, the game is pretty much won. One of them disconnected. Anti-Mage has little farm, and he does not know how to farm properly. He, instead of farming, he just tried to kill us, tried to just push, and this is not what's gonna help him. Razor has no item, as I told you. The only thing he can do is drain my damage away, and this is still very annoying. See, right now, I'm at minus 200 damage. I have 158 minus 200. I deal 0 damage. I cannot do anything right now. And yeah, we see basically that Nex is going on rampage and killing everyone in their base. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and he runs away. So at that point, it's GG. What can you do when you're in this situation? When you're in the Radiant situation? Maybe you can still do something. At that point, it's very hard because both Skeleton King, which is myself, and Lifestealer are hugely fed, and we have a huge amount of farm. If you want to see the gold right now, it's like we have like 17,000 and 14,000 when they have 12,000 on Anti-Mage only, and like 7,000 again on Razor, and Prophet just disconnected. He has 13,000, but he just disconnected and he couldn't do anything. So with that huge lead, you can still try to do something. If they had, in the case they had Prophet who didn't disconnect, Anti-Mage would have to farm up the jungle. Pugna would have to ward up and play safe. And what they have to do is just wait for us to push every time, and then just try to pick off the support and try to like bait and kite Nex, which is very hard now that Nex is hugely farmed. Because if he hits you like 3 times, you die. So right now we're just taking our time because it's a pub game, but we could just go in for the GG. It's like I'm just tanky enough to go in and just tank the tower, no problem. So farming up. Anti-Mage is finally doing the thing he should have done, pushing the lane, blinking to the jungle, and farming the jungle. Oh yeah, here, just 2 seconds. So you're gonna see now how little damage the support can do to me. I have Heart of Tarask, and what's gonna happen is 2 of them are going to come on me, and there we go. I see Rebek. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? So I stun him. I actually tried to stun him before he lifts me, and I stun him now. I whack him once, and his ally is going to wisely decryptify his ally, so I cannot hit him anymore. So I decide to hit the Skeleton King instead. I'm getting lifted again, and he is actually using his ultimate right now on me. See how my health is going down so slowly? I'm just tanking up his ultimate, and so I decide to kill Rebek. And for whatever reason, he decided to follow me. So I just turned back and was like, okay, and start like killing him too. So right now, what you just saw is like with the Heart of Tarask, those two cannot kill me anymore. They cannot do anything. Even in the team fight, if they use ultimate and everything, it's like it deals almost nothing. The only threat is my damage being drained by Razor and me being useless. He cannot kill me, but he can make me useless. And Anti-Mage draining my mana away, so I cannot respawn.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Alright, so now I'm just like pushing anti-mage away and farming up, and basically my allies are just like, okay, let's just finish this. And I'm running around and, you know, just killing the creeps, but at this point it's finished, it's over. So, what were the mistakes they did? What was the mistake we did? Mistake I did at the beginning, you have to remember, is that I did not choose my lane well. I wasn't flexible. I did not ask for help. Instead of like, you know, I said I want top, and when I saw their pick, I should have said, okay, maybe can one of you yeah, just like, can one of you come top with me, or should, like, I don't know, Gyrocopter or Lina solo top instead? And I just decided, okay, let's commit, and I'm quite cocky. I decide I have enough experience to do this 1v2, and you saw how bad I got shut down. And the problem is they shut down me pretty well, up to the point where they decided to give me kills, and at that point I got experience, I got gold, and I could just stay on the lane where they just couldn't. Main problem of anti-mage compared to what I did and what Nex did, especially, you saw that Nex farmed the jungle and just went out to get a kill or for team fights. He never left the jungle to push or anything like this. So what he did is he actually saved a lot of time and farmed, where anti-mage spent a lot of time blinking around and tried to push. So this is time wasted for anti-mage, and you see this in different farm. I had next to 0 farm at early game, and since they tried to push other lanes, I just, you know, went on the free lane and just farmed and farmed and farmed and farmed. And in the end, I'm not being useless because I had items. So yeah, Prophet too made big mistakes, because Prophet can farm pretty well. Prophet can farm pretty well, so he will gain a lot of experience. That means he will be high level, and that means that basically when killing him, we will gain a lot of experience. You see his score is 3-9. Why is this? He basically teleported every time on lanes that were pushed to push them further. But the problem is he did not pay attention to the minimap. So every time he just teleported, and you saw how, like, he teleported here, I force staff and I just kill him. Then he teleported there and he got killed again by me, Lina, and Gyrocopter. Then he teleported there and I just force staffed again, and Invoker comes with me to kill him. So that's his time lost farming. He may have 184 creeps, but he just kept on dying and dying and dying, and he was useless in the team fights. Next, on the other hand, died 0 time, so that's very good for carry. You might want to be like, instead of 14-3, being 8-0 is like almost better, because you did not lose time farming and you did not feed any gold to them. In overall, all my teammates played quite well. I have no real complaints to say about them. They were playing quite well, team play and everything. And on the other hand, they were doing pretty atrocious team play and pretty atrocious decisions. One thing that's going to be funny here is actually you're going to see how much I can tank the tower. I'm Skeleton King with Heart and Cuirass, and just watch. It's time, like, I can still stay on the fountains like forever and ever. Alright, so this is it for the first episode of the series. So I remind you, if ever you want a game and you want me to review a game, don't hesitate to send a replay to me, because you know, casting my own replays is not something I like to do. It doesn't seem very interesting. And well, yeah, so this is it, and thank you for watching. So please tell me what you think about us. If you do not like this series at all, also feel free to tell me, and if you want a guide on something else, also do not hesitate to ask. So please leave your comments, and see you guys next time. See ya!